Oh, hey! Are you here? How exciting!
Acting!
Sorry, that was stupid. What we're going to do over the next few weeks, I think, which will be kind of fun and a little different from what we've been doing, is we want to talk about some of our favorite movies and TV shows. And this week, I thought WandaVision is obviously it's an unfolding show. We don't know too much about it. If you're not into spoilers, then maybe don't watch it. I've only seen the first 3 because that's all that's out when I'm recording this. Lots of interesting stuff going on. Very curious as to what's going to happen. So the premise of the show is obviously it's not obvious, but I'm assuming that you've seen it by now, and if you haven't, you should probably go watch it before. Of course, this won't make a whole lot of sense without actually having seen it. So I'm sorry if that's not your thing. But the idea is that Wanda Maximoff and Vision sort of are in this sort of small town sitcom kind of thing where it's all like sort of old school, cute, black and white, and it's very sort of cheesy.
Heavenly shades of night are falling.
It's twilight time.
Wanda and Vision, aren't we a 5-pair?
This is our home now. I want us to fit in.
Oh, this is gonna be a gas!
But you quickly find out that not everything is as it seems, and then the next episode things have changed a lot, and then by the time the 3rd season comes around, it's changed a lot again. And what I find the most interesting maybe is that there's all these little hints that things are not the way that they seem. And I'm not going to get into the theories about what's really going on. I'll link to a Nerdist video below if you sort of want some of that information. Also link to sort of a good friend of mine who's local here in Carlisle, who has a YouTube channel called Multiverse Media, who also talks about the Wanda Vision stuff. So check those 2 out if you want to sort of go deeper. But what I find interesting is that there's obviously something happening beneath the surface, and I don't know, so it'll be interesting to see over the next few weeks, but I wonder if Wanda is sort of creating her own reality for whatever reason we don't know yet, or somebody's creating their own reality. And I thought that that's really interesting, because I think we sometimes do that as human beings as well. So you don't have to be a Marvel superhero to do that, because I think sometimes we do that to ourselves, and we maybe even put other people in that place as well, because we sort of assume that maybe like it's not my problem, I'm just not going to get involved, or you create the reality of thinking I can stop whenever I want, or you create the reality that you can tell yourself that people don't love you and don't actually care about you, or they're never going to get better, so why even try? Or you can, tell yourself and beat yourself up over things that blame yourself over things that weren't actually your fault. And I think we all do these things, and we sometimes do it in a good way, sometimes we do it in a bad way. Most of the time I think we tend to do it in a bad way of like just pushing things aside, or pretending like things aren't there, or that some of the problems that we're going through aren't happening, or whatever like that. And I found that really interesting in the WandaVision show, that maybe she's doing the same thing. It'll be interesting to see, won't it? Because I think we tell ourselves these lies to cope at times, and that's maybe understandable, but it's not what God has for us. Jesus says in John 8 that the truth will set you free. And I think that there's something in that where when things are weird, when things are tough, when And all we really want to do is to do, you know, like the ostrich, when they're afraid, what do? They stick their head in the sand, right? And pretend that the problems and the whatever else is going on isn't around. And that's sort of, it's easy for us to sort of just like hide underneath the duvet and just watch Netflix and pretend like nothing's going on. But to actually sort of deal with what's going on, to maybe talk to somebody like friends, family, a professional if that's appropriate, maybe to get some medicine or some professional counseling, things like that. I don't know what, but to sort of to face the truth of the real reality can be scary and intimidating at times, but I think it can be incredibly healthy. And I think that that's what, in part, what Jesus is saying is like, he wants to help us with that. He wants us to be there with us when things are hard, but also to help us to make those hard times better. So he'll walk with us when it's hard, and he'll be there with us when it's hard. And it's not like, you know, a magic snapping finger kind of thing where everything will just be hunky-dory. But he promises that he will be with us, and he promises that he will carry our burdens. And I think that's massive, isn't it? Because then it's no longer about hiding away from the reality, or creating our reality, pretending like our problems aren't there, but it's just like, these are my problems. I can talk with my friends. I can talk to God. I can pray. I can do all these things. And then Jesus has actually promised that he's going to be there with us. And that I find to be absolutely amazing. So with that, I'm going to go back to my show. I'm really excited about continuing watching. Next week, somebody else will be here. We'll talk about their favorite show or movie or what sort of they're seeing. So that's going to be sort of the format for the next few weeks. I hope you'll join us for the next few ones. Let us know below. 1, what do you think is going on in WandaVision? And 2, what are your favorite movies or TV shows that you'd love us to talk about? All right, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.